Ahoy there, lads! In today's video, we're going to be going over the top 5 reasons why I've been buying gold in 2024. Let's dive into it. Number 1, inflation. One of the biggest driving factors of pushing me into buying gold. Gold is a hedge against inflation. So as inflation starts to trend upwards, gold will at least keep up with that to preserve some of your wealth. So that's a very important factor into buying gold in this particular time. Gold is also a resource that is limited. There's a limited supply on the planet, right? It's not like the fiat currency money where you can just keep printing more and more of it into circulation. So the actual value of it does not get diminished as quickly as something that can be multiplied by millions and trillions. Gold had been hanging around the $2,000 mark for the last few years, which is actually insane when you think about it. This was one of the things I was thinking about, was how can it stay at that price when we went through COVID and they printed a third of the money supply and added it to the money supply. The numbers didn't make sense. I realized that gold would have to catch up to its real value since of all the inflation that was created. So it made sense to buy gold at the beginning of this year. And I would even still say it's a good time to buy gold throughout the rest of the year, regardless, because gold still hasn't caught up to its true value due to all the inflation that's been created these last few years. Okay, so the second topic is going to be liquidity. That's right, liquidity, guys. That is a huge thing in any market or any investment you put your money into. If you can liquidate something and get that money back when the time calls for it, that's where you want to have your money. So, in my opinion, gold is very easy to liquidate. I can sell it online. I could go to a local coin shop and liquidate it. You can even sell it to somebody you know or a family member or anyone else that's interested in either gold or jewelry or just in that sense in general. So, yeah, that's number 2. Being able to liquidate your assets, that's important. Moving on to topic 3. Gold has higher margins when you go to sell. What do I mean by that? I mean that when you pay, $2,300 for, say, 1 ounce of gold, and you go to sell, depending on where you sell, but generally at like a coin shop or something, you're going to be looking at somewhere between 96 to 98%, sometimes even 100% melt value of the gold. So you're only looking at maybe a 3% loss on average if you went to sell at the exact same price that you bought at. So having a higher margin on something you're buying and selling is great because you're not really taking any real risk there. I used to buy a lot of trading cards, collecting and selling, and I would lose 40% a lot of the times when I went to sell something. So even when it appreciated in value, when you go to sell, your margins just weren't there. So that's why I like gold now. It allows you to retain your value even if the market remains stale and flat. And you're really only going to go to sell if you really needed the money. So you really shouldn't be putting your money there to begin with unless it's savings to begin with. So yeah, that's one of the key points here. When you try to exit the gold market, at least you're not losing 10, 20, 30%, which is the whole point. That's a big deal. Okay, so reason number 4 Stable market. Gold has a very stable market. It doesn't fluctuate that much. It's not as volatile as like a crypto market or a stock market. It kind of just hangs where it's going to hang. And when it decides to move up, it can move up a good amount, maybe 10 or 20%. If it goes down, it might go down 10, 15%. But generally, it hangs in the area of where it's relative to the price at the time. And the other good thing about it too is even if it was starting to say, let's just say there was a crash on gold, it happens pretty slowly. You might see one day it dropped $50. That still gives you a whole day to go and get out of the market if you're really that paranoid about it. It gives you a lot of time. It's not like a Bitcoin where I fall asleep, I wake up, and I've lost 40%. That's not going to happen with gold. And I think that's an advantage having your money in this market. It lets you react. It gives you a fair time to react to whether it's going up or going down. And I think that's really great. Okay, so reason number 5, there has been a lot of gold buying by other countries like China and Russia. They have been buying billions and billions of dollars worth of gold every single month, and they're increasing the amount they're spending on gold. And why are they doing this? Well, Russia's doing it to avoid US sanctions. And China's probably doing it because they also want to avoid being at risk of US sanctions. So, with that all being said, they are accumulating more and more gold. Why does that matter? That matters because there is just a big inflow of money going into the gold market. Regular people are not gold crazy about buying gold. That doesn't matter yet. What matters is that there is a buyer for gold, and that's going to continue to drive the prices up. So that's why I'm buying while they're buying. All right, so those are the top 5 reasons why I've been buying gold in 2024. Please leave a comment and a like. Tell me what you think about this video and the main reasons I brought up today. And to all ye out there, keep on stacking your treasure, and farewell.